Okay, that's pretty insane. We talked about Asgard in the most recent video, how we can access it via our settlement by talking to the priest Valka from the cinematic trailer. We now got screenshots of Asgard as shared by Ubisoft, but also actual footage. Because IGN put up a 3-part Unleash Your Inner Viking series that is pretty cringy. Some people like it. I'm like, pretty predictable, not really funny. But more importantly, it included a ton of new footage that I want to go in depth on in this video. Again, it's a ton. So let's go over it. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. A quick reminder that I'm doing an October giveaway for a 2020 game of your choice, including Valhalla. Just click the link in the pinned comment if you want to participate, and be sure you are a subscriber of the channel before you enter, and good luck. Okay, let's start with that big reveal. At one point, they namely talk about hallucinations that we again know we can trigger by going to the Seer hut in our settlement. But now we actually got some small footage of that and the drugs that can lead you to Asgard. We see the statues here. Overall, it looks massive, ton of trees, a really big one as well. Very interesting buildings. They kind of seem to be on top of each other, or are they like the Norwegian churches, the stave churches a little bit. And we also got this tease where Eivor walks in a huge hall from the looks of it, towards this throne where this god is waiting for him. And many people are already speculating that this might be Odin, thanks to the missing eye. But your theories are of course more than welcome in the comments down below. But what is even crazier is that Asgard is not the only mythical realm we will explore at the launch of the game. Jotunheim is now also confirmed, a snowy area of course, where frost giants are already waiting for us. And we will fight these enemies as well. We see Eivor use the throwing axe fury, and overall this really looks like God of War 2018 footage. We see Eivor use the harpoon ability that will damage the enemy and pull them towards you, after which you can easily finish them off. And then he parries at the right time to trigger a stun attack, and we've seen this animation before against the bandit faction. So it seems like these frost giants are based on familiar enemies from the base game. But that is not all, because we also saw a mythical creature from the looks of it in something that seems like a cutscene that plays before you battle this beast. It's of course a tease, but it looks like we get to kill Fenrir in Asgard. Yes, please. If you watched my previous video, then you know that we got a sort of cultist system in Valhalla as well, and now a mythical creature seems to be in the game too. Like, it's going to be huge. I'm pretty surprised by the amount of new reveals they just had. And it seems like they will play a bit with the hallucinations as well by making us see this huge sea lion. But let's continue, because there's way more to discuss. It really seems like Ubisoft went to IGN and the makers of this series with like a developer build with every item unlocked, and then they said, go do something fun with it, you can show everything you want. Because at some point we see Eivor in the inventory menu with some pretty powerful gear, power level 280, so meaning that you spent around the 280 ability points. Like, that might actually be the cap at launch. Either way, then we go into the weapons, and there's a ton here, but also, and people who played Origins and Odyssey might already see them, some familiar ones. Maybe you remember this shield that was in Origins, introduced with the Eastern Dynasty pack, or this heavy blade was used before, and we briefly see the swordfish as well, and that was from the Wacky pack. And there we see the Medusa's gaze shield that seems to be back in Valhalla as well. But the true winner is this heavy bladed axe, because this is actually the third time that it now appears. It was introduced in Origins with the For Honor pack, and then it became available in Odyssey as well as just a regular weapon. And now it's suddenly here in Valhalla. Sure, there are enough new weapons, but it still feels weird to see this item that I've already used a ton before in a brand new game. They, by the way, added perks to these weapons now that I will go more in depth on in a future video, because these perks were of course not on the items in the previous demo. We also see rune slots as well and rarities. Really a ton to unpack, but I will do that when I can also show you gameplay that I captured about this system. When I eventually am able to capture new footage, of course. We see a raid in a snowy area. We of course know that apart from Norway, there will also be snow in England. And then Eivor is taking on one of these larger mini-bosses with a huge flail weapon that has a pretty cool stun attack. With stun attacks, you of course use the weapon from the enemy against them, and well, this finisher is brutal. We got a brief new look at Alfred, but also some of the beautiful landscapes that look really diverse, some landmarks, the draw distance overall is just nuts. We see a wolf here, and actually even cooler is the dire wolf that looks way bigger than I anticipated. And yes, this is a mount that we can ride. And this also seems to be a different one than the one we saw in the Ultimate Edition, likely confirming that there will be more than one dire wolves in the game and that this mount is likely earnable by just playing instead of having to buy that Ultimate Edition. So that would be really awesome. We might have more mounts, by the way, apart from horses. I still hope for a bear or something, but we will have to wait and see. We can upgrade our mount in the settlement. We actually got some new shots of the settlement, the longhouse, the sort of base of operations. We see the blacksmith for the first time right here. Another building briefly, and just how the settlement changes over time as you upgrade it. And yes, we can also pick up cats and pet them in the settlement. Thanks to recent articles, we know there will be a hunter in our settlement that we can go to for the legendary animals, and we now actually see a new one, a white bear that looks very aggressive. And another huge thing is of course regarding armor sets. We finally saw a wider range of armor sets in this footage, and also like a really cool awesome hunter cloak that we saw female Eivor use to take out some assassins with a cool shoulder pad. But we actually also went to the inventory menu to select a new chest. And here we saw quite a lot of different outfits that will be worth analyzing at some point as well. But for now, the most interesting thing is of course legacy outfits that are now confirmed because we see them here. Altair's outfit, Ezio's outfit, and I think this is the Hidden Ones outfit from Bayek from the Hidden Ones DLC from Origins. Very cool that they chose to include that as well, that armor doesn't get enough love. But the very interesting thing regarding these outfits is that they are more than a chest, actually a cloak as well. We see a hood. So that might mean that it will be similar to Origins, where it will just completely take over your character, and not like in Odyssey, where they really made the Ezio outfit into different parts. Curious what this will mean for the stats, because we do see some gear sets requiring 5 parts. What if one of them is the Ezio outfit? So there are still a lot of questions. Of course, also, how do we unlock these outfits? When we know more, I will of course let you know here. And there seems to be a similar inventory window for your Jumps Vikings, where you can select different gear pieces, but also weapons. Like, there's so much going on. Like, also that mythical part, we don't even know the post-launch for this game yet. When we do, of course, I will report back here, so subscribe for everything on Assassin's Creed Valhalla if you haven't already. You want to be here on the channel tomorrow as well? Just saying. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And also check out my second channel I just started, where I post raw gameplay. I posted 2 new Valhalla videos today already, with way more coming. Could use all the support there, so thought to check out my latest video by clicking on the screen. For now, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.